Hi, subscribers. Hi, viewers. This is the new month, and today is the 1st of August. And I had a few clients last month, something like six more clients, which were added really on the call list. And I'm still trying to do this, and it's a busy, very demanding job, and you need to be fully alert. So what I'm doing is I'm multitasking. I'm making a few number of calls for each and every client. So now is if you do some watch of my videos, which I'll put the link on the description part below, you make sure that you watch them, you learn a few more tricks. And the other thing is, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Well, my name is Sam Cooper. That's my telemarketing name. That's not my real name. And I'm working from Stratlob. And the other thing is, well, my name is Sam Cooper. The reason being is if you're making calls to your clients, they need to make sure that they understand your name easily. Then for them, the first thing they're trying to understand to have a conversation with you is the struggle of the pronunciation of your name, that you have to jump that to make sure that you are easy to pitch whatever you are proposing or whatever you are selling to them. And please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Like I said, is so what I'm going to do is what I've done before. I'm going to make a few phone calls. On some parts is you won't be hearing these companies names, but you will hear our company's names that I'm calling from. But I'll try to skip that just because of non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. I cannot be exposing my clients' names. I cannot be exposing the people I'm calling's names. But what you hear is just basically a telemarketing sales pitch. That's what you need to focus on. Well, there's other things I'll explain later on. But first of all, what I'll do is what I'll do is I'll go on for the first call. Let's start with the first call to make sure that you know exactly what's happening. This is a different client, so we're just going to make a couple of phone calls for you to understand what's happening and how it's done. Anyway, I do reside in China. I do a lot of businesses, but cold calling, telemarketing is in lead generation. These are part of my services that I offer to my clients, and I do it for myself. And there's a high demand of these services as well. I can train you if you're interested, but I would suggest that you watch my videos. You will learn everything and you will build your confidence. And I'll be talking a lot about a lot of stuff that you'll meet when you're doing these things, the call scripts and everything. I have explained on some of the videos. Maybe I will explain later on this video. So let's start with our first phone call.
Hello?
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, my name is Sam Cook. Is it possible to speak to someone in charge of management or recruitment in your company, please?
He's not in at the moment, it's nipped out.
He's nipped out.
He should be back about 1 o'clock, he should be back.
Okay, ma'am. I'll call back after 1 p.m. Thank you very much, ma'am. You have a good day.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. So, sorry about that. This is what happened. So this is our first phone call. You had the client. First, I was direct and asked to speak to a specific person. The reason why I need to ask to speak to a specific person, you need to make sure that you are talking to the right person. You don't have to be wasting your time going through the reception and going through the other, because you could be in a company where clients are allowed to answer the calls. So you have to make sure that you got, and now I don't have to waste a lot of time. I know I have to call back after 1 p.m. So I earmark this on my call list, this client, to call back after 1 p.m. So we'll go on to the next phone call. I'll put my notes on this for this call, and we're going to the next call. The reason why I don't use a call script, because every phone call I find it different, and every client I find them different. So you need to be able to move with the flow. So as you saw, first phone, this is not my first phone call of the day really, but this is our first phone call on this video. You heard what they said, call back after 1 p.m. The person in charge is not in. So let's go on to the next phone call and see what we can have there.
Going in the Royal Lucy speaking. How can I help? Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. My name is Sam Cooper. Is it possible to speak to someone in charge of management or recruitment, please?
Let me just see if the manager's available. One moment.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Unfortunately, she's in a meeting at the moment.
Okay, ma'am. I can call back later, but do you happen to have the manager's email address so that I can forward our company details instead, just in case I miss them on the next call?
I do. It is.
Yes. .co.uk. Okay, ma'am. What I'll do is we'll send the email as soon as possible, and I'll do follow up with the call later on. Thank you. Have a good day, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, as you have seen here, I managed to speak. What's happening is it's morning time. I do expect this until around after maybe around it's Monday until midday. Really, it's very busy, and you can't get through to all the managers, and it's very hectic. But on Friday as well, after midday, you cannot get through to the managers, and you cannot make these calls on weekends. So I do have the manager's email address here. I had to stop recording for a second because I don't want to disclose the manager's email address to you. So I'll make sure that it is a private email address that I'll put it on the database right now. What I'll call these, I call them I just earmark them for emails. When I speak to the manager, I can tell whether it's a cold call or hot call. So now when you're calling somebody, you need to ask how they are. That's rule number one of my sales pitches or my cold calling. I always ask the client how they are. You need to break the ice. You need to have some empathy. You need to show that you're human. You care about them before you make the call to make the person nice to you. With this, they are more able and more friendly to help you. It does not make them resistant, hostile because they can sense it is a sales call. No, they have to feel like it's another human calling. So what I'm having right now is I have to put this email address on our database for the client to email. Then we're going to continue and make another phone call. I just want to make a few phone calls for you to understand really what's happening, the reception and the reaction of the clients. You can always tell and how the other person on the call is speaking, and you can tell their mood, you can tell how they are feeling. Always try to mirror them. That makes it easy when you're making the phone calls. So what I'm doing right now is we're just going to make another phone call. So let's just make another phone call after I've saved the email address on the client's database.
Good morning, Albany House. Liz speaking.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, my name is calling from. Possible to speak to someone in charge of management or recruitment, please?
I'm afraid they're in a meeting at the moment. If you want to ring back after lunch,
Okay.
then maybe somebody will be available.
Okay, I'll ring back after lunch. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So this is one phone call where I made a lot of mistakes on the recording, and I did not want to push to get the manager's email address. The reason being is I was already making mistakes with the recording, because I have to stop recording and then pause on some parts to make sure that the editing sound easy. Now, you realize what I said when I said that the managers on a Monday morning until after lunch, until after midday, they are busy. I now know, because I've been making these phone calls every day, from Monday to Friday, really. And on a good day, my phone, I make something like up to 100 phone calls. So I now know how the reaction and how the response goes, and what kind of people really I can talk to and try to get as much information as I can get to. And the other thing now is, even the managers, I'm able really to sift through their thoughts now and really propose our sales pitch, and make sure that they consider us in the future. You will be listening to most of my calls. I hope you subscribe really and make sure that you follow up on these calls, and listen to them. You will see how I talk to different managers. So what I'll do now is I will pause for the day, then maybe later on in the afternoon. We are talking about foreign time. It's really in the evening right now in China. So I'll try to make some phone calls and record more calls for you. I hope this will help you a lot, and I hope that you have learned something from my cold calling experience. Remember, these were something like three, if I'm not mistaken, three clients, and we managed to get like one email address. I think it's three or four calls. Yeah, three or four calls, and we managed to get one email address. And because this slows me a little bit, I'll stop recording for the day. And if you've got any questions or anything that you want to know, or any product that you want to sell, you contact me. You can just sell products, you can sell services, you can absolutely you sell anything with telemarketing. So I suggest that if you've got any questions, just make sure that you drop them below. And if you need to send an email, just send an email. I'll answer all your questions. You can ask me how to sell a certain product or a certain service. What I'll do is I will create an introduction script and be able to talk you through how to manage to get your leads done, and to generate your leads, or to close some deals, and make sure that you are able to speak to your clients, and that will build confidence as well. So don't be shy to inbox, don't be shy to send an email. Everybody starts from somewhere, and we're always learning all the time. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Right now I'll continue, and maybe today I'll be able to make another call for you when the managers are less busy, they're out of the meetings, because it's the first of the month, and it's a Monday morning, so all the managers, they're in a meeting until midday in this industry and in this sector. So that's all I can say. You have a good day.